What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about gear, and not the kind of gear that most people talk about when they're talking fishing. I'm going to be talking about tools, and specifically stuff you can fit in your pockets and take with you anywhere. So this is kind of going to be my EDC, what I carry pretty much every day with me. Some of it's duplicates or unnecessary. Now the knives, I only usually carry one. I just have a couple examples on the table here for you guys. But we're going to start off with what I think is the most important piece that you need is some kind of multi-tool. This is a Leatherman Wave. And what I use it mostly for are the pliers. Pliers are very important when you're fishing. Bending back hooks. It's got wire cutters for cutting hooks if you need to. Obviously unhooking fish with treble hooks so you don't get a hook in your hand. They also have scissors for cutting line, which I use a lot for tying knots and stuff. That way you don't have to bite and use your teeth. It's got screwdrivers, which are less important for fishing. A can opener, less important for fishing. Bottle opener, some people like using it for fishing. It does have a knife, saw, stuff like that. What I think is my favorite part about this is the file, the hook file. You can sharpen your hooks wherever you are. It's always with you. You don't have to worry about it. And especially when you're fishing around rivers or from the bank, when you might not be able to get your bait unsnagged as easily, or there's a lot of rocks and stuff, it can really help with keeping those lures pristine, and you don't have to go tie a new hook on every time you have a dull hook. So now we're going to talk about knives. I think everyone should carry a knife. It's very good for cutting rope if you were to snag anything, cutting line. You never know when you might need it to cut a seat belt just in your everyday life. The Leatherman does have a knife. I like carrying a second blade just because I think it's cool, and you can get a little bit more fancy with it and get more robust of a blade like this one with a thicker blade stock and a little bit nicer of steel. That has better edge retention. It'll stay sharp longer. This one is your more budget version. That Benchmade there is about $200 something, a little bit more than $200, whereas this one is a little bit less costly at I think these run like $65, the Kershaw Iridium, and you still get the quality from it. Basically, you go to Walmart and pick yourself up something from $30 to $50. It's more of a Kershaw. You can't go wrong with that. This knife is actually a neck knife, and I like it when I'm wading because I can carry it around my neck and not have to worry about it dumping in the water, and it's always there. And this one is the CRKT Minimalist, and just with that fixed blade, you don't have to worry about stuff breaking. That's another thing that's good for water, is you don't have to worry about this joint losing its grease or gumming up from sand and stuff. It's fixed blade, don't have that problem. Obviously, I'm gonna have my wallet. It's got all my fishing licenses, my cards, driver's license, everything you need for that. Then I like to have some chapstick because when you're on the water for a long time, this one, as you can see, is kind of worn. There's no label left, but it does have SPF 15 on it, so you won't get burned lips from being outside, and it'll also help with wind burn. So, and then on my keys, I have this, a little tiny thing, a pliers, a Gerber dime. They actually discontinued this version, which doesn't have a knife on it, so I can actually take this on a plane. It's TSA approved, but I think it's discontinued, and I haven't found another one like that. But something like this comes with me everywhere I go. I don't have to worry about it. So even if I take a plane, I've always got pliers with me. They do make this version with a blade, with a knife, but obviously that cannot go on a plane. I have this little cool knife, key knife, just extra backup. Again, not necessary. So this will be what I would say would be my typical EDC multi-tool knife, secondary multi-tool that's more just something that's on my keychain. So it comes with me everywhere. Gotta have the chapstick and a wallet. Hopefully that gives you guys an idea of what might help you when you're just pond fishing and you don't have the whole boat full of stuff that you can just bring around. You can keep all the tools you need on your pockets in your person, and you don't have to carry a backpack or anything around with you with a separate pliers, a separate file, a separate scissors, and a separate knife. You've got all that into one right here with the Leatherman Wave Plus. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.